guys, and welcome to our channel. My fiance and I bought a school bus with the intention of converting it to a tiny home on wheels. We might be just a bit crazy. It's just a few specs on our bus. We bought a 1992 Genesis Amtrak. It has a DT360 engine, which is an international diesel engine. And it also has an Allison automatic transmission. Now, a normal bus is around 6 foot tall. However, Chandler is 6'5". So if we bought a normal bus, we would have had to do a roof raise. So that takes me to one of the biggest reasons we bought the bus that we did. This bus has an extra tall roof, which avoids us having to do a roof raise. But he actually is able to stand in the bus wearing work boots with about a 2-inch heel on it, and there's still room above his head, which is perfect because a roof raise would just be an extra hassle that I personally don't want to incur. Our goal is to have this project done by the time our lease is up, which is April 1st. And we decided to move towards a tiny home because it's something that we've thought about for a long time. And we thought about building it the traditional tiny home way, which is on a trailer. However, with that method, you also have to buy a truck that can haul that trailer. And one day I just thought, I know it's like scrolling through Instagram or something about Skoolies came up, and I had just proposed the idea about buying a Skoolie instead of building a tiny home. So it's something that ended up being perfect for what we want. And the cost is much cheaper in terms of, not having to buy a truck to pull the tiny home, and we can actually do the renovations for a lot cheaper than we would be able to a regular conventional tiny home. We live 2 hours where the bus is parked at my grandparents', so we'll probably only be working on the bus during the weekends and during school breaks. I'm a service member with AmeriCorps, and my fiance's still in college at Penn State. So we'll be working during our breaks and pretty much any free time that we can drive down and work on the bus. We're really excited for this. We're going to start demo tomorrow, which is a Friday, and we're going to work on the bus from tomorrow until Monday. We might even just stay down there for the rest of the week because I'm on a break from work and Chandler's unemployed right now due to COVID. So we might just take that extra time to put some extra work in on our bus. And I had to be home again next weekend anyway, so it makes sense to kind of bridge those visits. We haven't decided if that's what we're gonna do yet though. So in terms of how we plan on doing our bus, we'll probably talk about this more in the future, but we have pretty much phased everything, or written everything into phases of what we can do on the bus. So the first phase is demolition, second phase is, insulation, framing in the floors, electrical and plumbing, stuff like that. And then once we get to phase 3, it starts to get to the point where my expertise, maybe not expertise, but my niche of designing home decor things, or my niche of designing or interest where my interest of interior design comes in. When we actually get to start putting in flooring and framing in walls and painting and tiling and, you know, the cosmetic stuff, which is my job because Chandler's colorblind. So we also have listed out the materials by phase 2, so we know what we need to get from the store. And I have flooring, tile, and paint picked out, except for the white. I haven't decided which white I want to go with yet. I'll show you that in a second. The cabinet color for our bus is going to be this blanched thyme. It's super pretty, super earthy, sort of like an olive undertone. I love it. And then these are the two whites that we have in mind. This first one, I'm just gonna put this up here. This first one is called Mineral Ash, and it has more of like a gray undertone to it. I'm not crazy about it, only because when we put it up against like this color and then the color of our couch, which is coming with us, which is like a steel gray or like a blue gray color, it really looks gray. So I don't know, I have to see it in the space first before I can decide whether or not to use this one or not. I'm really skeptical of whether I'm going to like it or not. Then the second one, the second white that I have here, it's called Swiss Coffee, and it's more of like a warm undertone white, or closer to a stark white or a pure white, and I think I'm liking that one more. But again, like, I have to see it in the space before I can commit to it, or rather not necessarily in the space, but I think I'll do, because I have testers of each one of the whites. So once we get the seats ripped out and it's pretty bare, I'm going to put a swatch of each on the ceiling in a couple of places and a swatch of each on the dash, because I'm painting part of the dash, and then on the walls. That way I can see each in different light and I can decide which paint I want. I think that's all the updates I have for now. Keep checking back here to Instagram for some updates. And then I think I'm also just gonna do longer videos for what we're doing with our conversion. So I'll probably upload those to YouTube. However, we're not to that phase yet, so don't hold me to that. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for listening to me talk nonsense probably, but